Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, sir.
Nice. Shall I start, ma'am?
Yes, sir, you can start, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Good evening, my dear students. Once again, you are all are warm. Welcome to the wonderful session of the biological classes. Today, we are going to discuss about the commensalism. Before that, what we studied already, we have to summarize all those things. Already we know about. So, what is by plant adaptation, defend against behaviors, predation, reduced competitions, and then mutualisms. Mutualism already you know, but there are two things have been reported. One is called as is an example. One is called as lichens. What is by lichens? Lichen is nothing but the composition of the two organisms. One is called as algae, another one is called as fungi. Algae part is called as you know about that phycobiont. Fungi part is called as mycobiont. Both are living together, okay, and both are helping to each other. That is very, very important, my dear students. Already we discussed. And particularly mycorrhizae is one of the minute multicellular. What is it? Root, essential for the absorption of water molecules, minerals from the soil. And also the atmospheric nitrogen is also fixed by the fungi part, isn't it? They uptake all those things, and with the help of the chlorophyll in algae, okay, they do their photosynthesis and production of the food, and they gives to which one, fungi. So the both are beneficial. Such condition is called as what is that, mutualisms. Next part, what we are going to discuss, commensalism. Already we saw it in the introduction part only. The commensalism, what is the meaning of commensalism? This is the interaction in which one species benefits. One species benefits means what is the meaning, So you have to put the positive symbol. And the other neither harmed nor benefited. That is denoted as the X0. Okay, so one is benefited. Anyone you can take an example. So one is benefited and another one is non-beneficial. Beneficial and non-beneficial. Which one is beneficial? It is denoted as a plus symbol. And which one is not harmed or not beneficial? So that is denoted as a 0. Okay, my dear. So this is called as what is that? Commensalisms. So there is an example has given. One is called as epiphytes. Epiphytes is a good example for the which one, commensalism. Already we discussed. Example: mosses, ferns, orchids, and also money plant. These are the examples growing on a tree. So this is very, very important. Growing on a tree. Benefit from the better light conditions, but generally they do not harm the tree. For example, an orchid growing as an epiphyte on a mango branches. These things, what is that? Already we discussed this part also. Once again, I repeat for you for your better understanding. Okay. So see here. Okay, so we have to put the see here. So in this part, okay, epiphyte. First of all, you should note it down. What is meant by epiphyte? Okay, epiphytes. Okay, epiphytes. Okay, my dear. Epiphytes means it's a living on the tree. Epi means on surface, just like imagine surface. Okay, my dear, surface on the tree, on the tree, like that. Imagine. Okay, my dear. So this is very, very important. So some of the plants, they can grow on the tree. Take an examples of any one of the branches. Take an examples of any one of the branches. Just imagine. This is considered a branch, isn't it? Take an example, any one of the mango tree. Okay, mango tree. Imagine this is the coast. This is considered a coast. Okay, media. And then above the tree, what happened? You know, there is another plant that is called as any other another plants also. They grow like this. Okay, they grow like this. This is considered another plant that is called as epiphytes. Epiphytes. Okay, epiphytes. Which one is a good example? You know, Vanda. Okay, Vanda is a good example of which one, you know, epiphytes. So what they are having, there is a special characteristic feature is that the epiphyte is also one of the plant, chlorophyll bearing plant. They can live on the tree only, on the another tree. The coast is here, mango. Note it down. The coast is a mango plant. Okay. On the tree, what happened? The epiphytes are growing. Okay. But what happened here? Already you know about there is a sun is there. Sun directly what happened? The light is also the rays is also pass on it, isn't it? So they will get the light, but at the same time they will not get the water molecule. So what happened in this category? See this plant structures. See the plant structure look like this one. Okay, inside how it will be? No, see this is the coast park. Okay, media. This is the coast park. Woody part. Okay, the plant already you know about the plant is on the tree. Plant is on the tree. It is nothing but the epiphyte plant. Epiphyte means you can imagine this is the plant. Okay, media. This is the plant. So what happened? It has a specialized structure. There are two types of root system present in it. One is called as a normal root system. Okay. One is the normal root system. Another one is called as velamen tissues also present in velamen tissues. So what is the meaning of velamen tissues? It is nothing but the spongy like structures. It is also started from here to, it is also, what is that? Floating in the atmosphere. That means it is not penetrated into the coast plant. It is hanging on the tree. Hanging on the tree. So here, this one is called as, what is that, you know? Velamen. Velamen, sorry. Okay, here. Okay. Okay, see here. Okay, media. See here. This is called as what is known velamen tissues. The velamen tissues, what they will do, you know, they absorb the water molecules. Absorb the water molecules from where, you know, by this root. That's why it is called as velamen tissues. Velamen tissues, spongy tissues. That is called as velamen spongy tissues. Okay, they absorb the water molecule. So the water is availability here. Okay, light is also already available. The light is also here. And what about the nutrients? Nutrients, see here, this root is there, no? They penetrate into the coast xylem root. This is the root, normal root. Okay, So the root is penetrated into the bark of the coast plant. So the water molecules is already in our body. It is also absorbed through the velamen tissues, and also nutrients also absorbed from the coast of the plant. Light is also there, and also the carbon dioxide already present in the atmosphere. So they can synthesize their own food material. Okay. But at the same time, some of the plants, what happen, they absorb the water molecule, then, and also carbon dioxide also there, light is also there. They can synthesize their own food material. The only it adhere on the surface of the any one of the plant. Such type of plants are called as epiphytes. Such type of plants are epiphyte. A good example is which one, that is a Vanda is a good examples. Don't forget, my dear, this is very, very important. Okay. 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 See this one? Okay. So epiphyte. See, for example, an orchid growing as an epiphyte on a mango branches. Okay. The mango branches they have told here. Okay. Okay, my dear. Then the several woody climbers take a support of the trees for exposing their canopy above the ground without doing any harm to the tree itself. This is the another point. So here also what happened, hanging on the tree, so it will not touch on the ground. Okay, media. Okay. So this is the second point. And then cattle ergot, already we discussed these things also. The cattle ergot is also another one. The grazing cattle are classical examples of commensalisms. The ergot always force. See here, the ergot. Okay, what is that meaning? It's nothing but the one of the small epiphytes, the ergots. Okay, ergot is also, yeah, what is that? This one, this part, ergot. Forage close to where the cattle are grazing because the cattle are, they move. Stir up and flush out, okay, out the vegetation, insect that otherwise might be difficult for the ergot to find each and catch. So this is also another one. It always adhere on the surface of the cattle. Okay. Okay. So this is also one of the epiphytes without any harm. Okay, media. So go to the third one. So another example is also sea anemone that has the stinking tentacles and the clownfish that lives among them. I saw it. The fish get protection from the predator that stay away from the stinging tentacles. Suppose take an example. So one of the sea anemone they have told, isn't it? Sea anemone. Sea anemone, take an example. This is the correct sea. Okay, mate. So this one, listen here. So sea anemone is nothing but a small animal like this. Okay, sea anemone. Okay, this is the sea anemone. Here having the tentacles. Here having the tentacles. Okay, this is an examples. Okay, just I draw a small diagram only. So this is called as what is on tentacles. Okay, tentacles, stinking cells, stinking. Okay, stinking cells. Okay, so this is called as a good examples of sea anemone. Which one is called as sea? Okay, anemone. Sea anemone. Take an example. Here, what happened? There are so many tentacles there. It has a stinking ability. Stinking means, you know about it. It's a poisonous substance. Okay. Okay. It has a poison. Okay, media. Okay. But now what happened? No, some of the fishes, some of the fish. Take an example. Some of the fish also near only it can lie. Near only. Okay. Near only it can lie. This is the fish. Okay, media. This is the fish. Okay, this is the coast. Okay. Coast. Okay. When the big animals comes near, okay, take an example, say any one of the big animals, sharks or whatever it may be, take an example. Suppose it comes near to the sea anemone, what happened? There is a stinking cell is there. It easily attack. Okay. So the fishes escape from the predator. Okay. It is living in the surrounding only. sea anemone is an example. This is the second important thing. So once again, repeat for you. The another epiphytic, another aquatic example is called sea anemones. The sea anemones, it has a tentacles, number of tentacles on it. Okay. So near what happened, the small fish, small fishes, they will grow, they will live along with the sea anemones. But at the same time, what happened? No? So when the big one, predator come and attack the small fish, what happened? Automatically sea anemone tentacles, what happened? No? Function. So as a result, it will not capture easily because it is a very poisonous one. Okay, they can the small fishes escape from the predator. So both are, what is that? This one is a beneficial one. This one, there is no any harm. So this is called as positive, and this one is got, which one, there is no any harmful and negative feedback. Okay, my dear. So this is the second important example. Okay, my dear. So next one is the fish product. The ability to live among the stinging tentacles of a sea anemones, even though these tentacles will quick that complicated substances, nothing but the, which one, poison, isn't it, my dear? Poison is the. So what happened? It paralyzed the animals. Okay, particularly it allows the predators. Okay, my dear. So this is the another point. Next, the clown feeds also. The clownfish feeds also. Yeah, another example has given. Okay, and food particles left from the meals of the coast anemone remaining uninjured under remarkable circumstance. Okay, and then the sucker fish attached to the shark surface with the help of its dorsal fins, which is modified into hold fast. What is that meaning? Here what they are telling, so take an examples of the big fish. Take an examples of the big fish. Okay, my dear. So that is called as, which one, shark. Okay, take an example, shark. Okay, so this is considered a big fish, isn't it? Okay, just imagine. Okay, here. This is considered a shark. Okay, isn't it? This is considered a shark. Okay, my dear. The small fish, there is a fins there. Here, it is used for the swimming process, isn't it? So, okay, just imagine like this. Okay. So the small one, take an example of small fishes, what happened? Automatically it adhere on the surface of the fins, okay, in this area. So in this area, what happened? The small fishes are living together. Okay, hold and fast means it adhere on it. So what happened? Suppose if it is hunned, the shark is hunned, this is the small one. Okay, small fish. Okay, this is the last large one. This is considered a coast, isn't it, my dear? This one is a coast. So this is called on the surface. What happened? They can move along with the large shark. So when it hunned the large shark, when it hunned any one of the prey, what happened? They left some food particles. They left some food particles. Suppose take an example, any one of the prey, they capture, so they left some food meals. Okay, then meals. That meals food for which one? The small fishes. Okay, my dears. Here what happened? This one is beneficial, but this one is not beneficial, not harm. Okay, these are the mutual understanding, that is called as commensalism. That is called as, okay, commensalism. commensalisms. Okay, my dear. So here, this one is 0, but here, this one is beneficial aspect. Okay. Okay. Okay, my dear. Okay, see here. So this is the example. Okay, we will pass on to the next one is sucker is disposed to distance area and better food supply. Besides, the fish get protection from the predator due to its association with the shark. Because you know, but shark is the very dangerous animal in aquatic, isn't it? Particularly in the sea. So other animals, it will not come near. Okay, my dear. Another example, spinach mosses which hang on the tree found in the southern United States. This is another one. So, and the next one is the similarly various marine animals such as the branchioles grow on the others, often actively moving sea animals such as whales, and thus are carried possibly from place to place. These passengers presumably gain more protection from the predation than they would if they were fixed in one places, and they also reach new sources of the food. Okay, so it is another type. So what is a passenger means on the way? Okay, it can be skip onto the another animal. Which one is the favorable for his or him, whatever it may be, favorable for the animals. Which one, you know, the small animals. Okay, which one is the beneficial? Which one is not strong as much as which one, you know, the coast. Okay, my dear. So that is another one. Okay, on land, an analogous relationship exists between the bats called oxpecker and the grazing animals. So, and the same time, the commensalism also present in the type of attitude also present in the land animals. Relationship between which one, you know, bats. Which one, you know, the bad name is called as what is, you know, they told which one, you know, the oxpecker. Okay, oxpecker. And the grazing animals such as cattle or antipodes. These are the two animals. There is an interrelationship between the commensalism method, commensalism. Okay, so how it will be? You see, a bat spend most of their time clinging to the animals. Clinging, okay, always attached with the animal. Picking off parasite and other insect, carrying out their entire life cycle in close association with the coast animals. You know about each and every animal, they are having own, what is that? Parasite. Take an examples of ticks. Okay, so these are all are some of the small animals adhere on the surface of the skin or whatever it may be. Okay, so the bat also adhere on the surface of the animal. They can live together with the coast animals. So both are beneficial. Okay, like that here. You see this one? Already saw it, the sea anemone. There is a clownfish. Okay, two things is there. Suppose any one of the shark, anything comes near to the tentacle, it releases the poisonous substance, so it is easily paralyzed. Okay, my dears. This is the another category. Okay, go to the next one. Other examples also. Already we saw it, these things. Once again, I repeat for you. The what is that? Fire rafts, osper, living on the cloaca of. Cloaca means it's nothing but the excretory organ, cloaca of the cucumeria, sea cucumber, and pilot fish. See the nocrats with a shark to lianas growing on the tropical tree of the staphylococcus, growing on skin, and green algae on the tree sloth, and vorticella, so growing on the aquatic animals. These are the different examples that have been given here. These are the different examples also. They have given this one and this one, and also third one. The fire rafts and cucumeria, simply we may call it as cucumeria cucumber, and then pilot fish, and then vorticella. Okay, my dear. So we will pass on to the next one. Is very, very important, my dear. Competitions. What is the meaning of competitions? See here, the competition is basically of two types. How many types of the competition is there? No, there are two types have been reported. There are two types there. One is called as what is that? Interspecific. One is called as interspecific. Another one is called as intraspecific. This one is the interspecific. Another one is called as intraspecific. specific. Okay, my dear. One is called as interspecific, another one is called as intraspecific. What is by intraspecific? What is by interspecific? Before that, what is meant by competition? Competition is nothing but it's when both are minus, isn't it, my dear? So both are minus, isn't it? Already we studied in the tabulation format. Already we saw it, isn't it? Both are competitions. Okay, competition is nothing but the minus into minus. Okay, with both animals are getting what is that? Negative feedback only. Such type of competition, such type of organism are called as what is that? Living or condition is called as competitions. Okay, see here. So first one is interspecific competition. First interspecific occurs between individual of two different species. Okay, here they have told which one, two different species. Okay, two different species. It is not related to the same species. Already we studied in the classification. Okay, species. Take an examples, mango. Okay, anacardiae. Okay, take an examples. Another one is called as Fabaceae. And also Leguminosae family. And also another one is called as Malvaceae family. The two species occurring in a habitat. On the other hand, intraspecific competition occurs between the individual of the same species. Okay, my dear. So this is very, very important. The same means two species same. For example, Fabaceae family. Okay, the two same species, Fabaceae, lap, Solanum tuberosum, Solanum melangia, both are same species. Okay, so that is very, very important. Generally, the intraspecific competition is more intense than interspecific competitions. Okay, my dears. First of all, you should note it down. The competition. Competition is nothing but the both are, what is that? A negative feedback. So here the competition is also divided into two. One is called as interspecific, another one is called as intraspecific. The interspecific competition is called as what is it? The competition occurs in between the two different species. Okay. At the other hand, intraspecific competition is nothing but the competition occurs between the individual of the same species. Okay, my dear. So this is very, very important. See that examples. Interspecific competition is a potent force in the organic evolutions. It is generally believed that competition occurs when the closely related species, that is called as what is that? Closely related species. Closely related. Okay. Closely related species. Very, very important. Sometimes they may ask the question in the NEET point of view, which one, the interspecific competition is also occurs. How? Closely related species, closely not related species, closely related genus, closely not related genus. Like that, they may ask the questions. The competition for the same resources that are limiting, but this is not entirely true. This is not entirely true. For example, fox. Okay. Fox, also take an example, and also take an examples of wolf. Both are same, isn't it? Both are same. They fight for which one, the competition for which one, deer or rabbit. Deer or rabbit. So this is the correct. This is the exact, what is the meaning? Okay, my dear. So this is the example. First, total unrelated species could also compete for the same resource. For example, in some shallow South American lakes, visiting flamingos. Flamingo is nothing but one of the bird already you know about. And resistant fish compete for their common food. The zooplankton in the lake. Okay. Normally you know what about. The flamingo is the birds. Okay. And resistant fish compete for their common food. Okay, normally, flamingo, mostly they eat the fish only. Okay, flamingo, the birds, okay, the flamingo, okay, flamingo, okay. The bird, what happened, only eat fish only, isn't it, my dear? This is the common food. Okay, the zooplankton in the lag. At the same time, what happened? The lag containing zooplanktons also. Zooplankton is the minute unicellular, multicellular, small animals present in it, but it is not the common food for the flamingo. Okay, that is the example has given. See here, research need not to be limiting for the competition to occur. Okay, in interference competitions, the feeding efficiency of the one species might be reduced because of the interfering and inhibitory presence of the another species, even if resources, food and space are abundant. Okay, here what they are telling, imagine, suppose the food is also abundant in nature. Food is also abundant. The two species that taken examples, one species, and this is also a two species also there. Okay, my dear. See here, two species also there. But here what they are telling, the species might be reduced because of their interfering and inhibitory presence. Here taken examples of tiger. Okay, tiger. Here it taken example is hyena. Okay, so both are living together, but the tiger, what happened, after eating the prey, what they left. Okay, so that things was taken by which one, hyena. Here what happened, exactly the food material will be reduced, so the food stops, but it has a lot. But what happened, the intake, see that even if the resources, food and the space are abundant, but they are consuming very less amount only, because they will not hunt easily. The hyena, they will not hunt easily. The tiger hunt easily. They get food after eating themselves. They left something, isn't it? That left things also eaten by which one, hyenas. Okay, that is another point. What is the next, my dear? The competitive exclusion principle causes hypothesis law. This is the one of the another important laws also given. Okay, the competitive exclusion principle causes hypothesis. What is the name of the law? Is called as Gauss's hypothesis. Competitor cannot coexist. The complete, what is that? What is that meaning? The complete competitor cannot coexist. That is the important point, my dear. Okay, how it will be? See here, if a population of the two different species, require a common resource. Take an example of water is a common resource, isn't it? Such as nutrients, space, light, and also nest site. Water also you can add. Okay, nutrients, space, light, and also nest site also, etc. They have given us water. You can take an examples of addition with this. Which one, you can add a water molecule. That is a potentially limited, and actually becomes so they are said to be in competition for it. Okay, suppose deer as well as the take an example, deer. Okay, and also same with the tiger. Tiger also they need what is that? Water, and deer also they need water. Okay, so both are very, very important. Which one, the water is a limiting factor. Which one is very less content? That is considered as a limiting factor. Okay, so both are what happen, competition for which one, water. They fight for water. Okay, so they fight for water. That is very important. Under such condition, can the coexist, or will one displace the other? For example, during this process, what happened? Tiger easily, what happened? What happened? Such can the coexist, or will one displace the other? It can be completely send them out, completely send them out the particular locations. Okay, they can search another one. So the only tiger will be what happened? I get the water molecule, food, and so on. So sometimes it happen like this. Okay, take an example, tiger and lion, same species, tiger and lion is also. So they need which one, deer is the food, nutrients. So both are fight together. What happened? So once the lion is getting food, the tiger is also coexist from the other places. It may be move on to the next places due to these competitions. Okay, my dear. This is the another important. See here, in 1934, don't forget, this is very, very important, my dear. So 1934. Okay, the 1934, the Russian ecologist G.F. Gauss studied this question using laboratory experiment with the two close related species of ciliated protist. So ciliated protista. What is the meaning of protista? You know very well. What is the meaning of protista? Protista is nothing but the unicellular, unicellular. What is that? Unicellular prokaryote or eukaryote. Protista is nothing but the unicellular. What is that? Eukaryote. Okay, my dear. Unicellular eukaryote. Okay. So they have taken as a good example. Which one is no? So just imagine. There are two things there. Paramecium aureola, and also the Paramecium caudatum. Okay, caudatum. So these are the two species have taken. Okay, in the laboratory aspect. Sometimes they may ask the question, the competition. Okay, a competition was done by, which one in the laboratory experiment was done by the one of the scientists called as, which one you know? G.F. Gauss. Okay, in the 1934, sometimes they may ask them. They have chosen the species is called as, what is that, you know? The protista. Okay, ciliated protista. Why, you know? The paramecium already, you know, the structure will be look like this one, isn't it, my dear? It look like this one, isn't it? A paramecium, isn't it? This is correct or not? This is the correct or not? This is the correct one, isn't it, my dear? So like this. See that paramecium. Okay, inside there is a nucleus there, all the cell-bound organelles there. That's why it comes under the unicellular eukaryote. This is considered a eukaryote. Okay, karyotes. Okay, my dear, eukaryotes. That is very, very important. See the next one. He cultured the species under the stable condition, adding constant amount of food each day. What they did know in his experiment, they did specialized, what is that? Constant amount of food. Okay, in both the categories. Suppose take an example, A and B sample. Here also there is a petri dish. Here also there is a petri dish. Here also they are adding, okay, two things. Two microorganisms also growing in this different medium. So here what happened? They are supplying.
Sir, screen is not visible, sir.
You can't hearing my voice, huh?
So voice is hearing, sir. Screen is not visible, sir.
Okay. Screen is not visible. Why? I don't know. Okay, so I will show you. Now are you visible?
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Okay. Right. Okay, take an examples. Two types of species they have taken by the scientists called as Albert Gauss. A and B samples they have taken in the paramecium. Is it paramecium? Okay. Take another color, then it will be better understanding. Okay, this one is the also another one. Okay, this is the sample B sample, otherwise called as B culture, like that. Okay, are you here? Are you hear my voice, my dear? Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, you can. Yeah. So they provide the what is that? Both the culture medium. They provide the food equal. Okay. So after that, what will happen? After that, what will happen? See here. Okay. He cultured the species under stable condition, adding a constant amount of the food each day. When gas grew two species separately, each population grew rapidly. Each population automatically what happened when you are giving the foodstuffs in each one, what happened? The multiplication takes place. It is because the uptake of nutrition, they multiply. It is very fast in nature, very fastly growing. Okay, my fastly growing here also and here also. Okay, here also what happened? The number of organism it will be multiplied because they are providing more food. They uptake the food and also undergoes the growing is very fast in nature. Fast in nature. Okay, very fastly. So after that, what happened? Okay. See here. See that? So the separate when the gas grew, the two species separately, each population grew rapid, and then leveled off the apparent carrying the capacity of the culture for the illustration of the logistic growth of the Parlia. Already our logistic growth is nothing but the sigmoid growth curve, isn't it, my dear? So sigmoid curve, already otherwise called as S-shaped curve. So there are four phases is there. What is the four phases is there? Just already but this is the starting phase and also lag phase and steady phase, decline phase. Okay, this is the concept. Okay, so here what happened? The logistic growth of the Parlia. But when the gas grew, the two species together, Parasitism, Chordatum become extinct in the culture. Gas interfered that Parasitism aureola had a competitive edge in the obtaining food. What is the meaning of So about that. Take an example in your house, you and your brother is there. Okay, there is only one egg is there. Okay, what will happen? Between yourself, what happened? There is a competition occurs automatically, isn't it? You are the strong man, so you can easily pick up the egg. Okay, so likewise the two culture what happened? Automatically the two culture in between these two culture what happened? Automatically they provide the supplementation of the food. In separately it will grow very fastly. Okay, in physiological growth it will be fastly, just like this growth. Okay, my dear. Suppose both are united in the single cell, both are lived in the single culture. What happened? Automatically, which one the Parasitism Chordatum becomes extinct because the Parasitism aureola is taking the more advantage, taking the advantages or taking a food. They will grow very fastly compared to the Parasitism Chordatum. That is the difference, media. Okay, media. So this is the important. Are you clear, media, in this part? Dhanalakshmi? Are you clear in this part? Hello? Hello? Okay. So go to the next one. He concluded that the two species competing for the same limiting resources cannot coexist permanently in the same places. Suppose both are living together, what happened? One species dominant, other one is what happened now? Present as it is, but it is not coexist. Okay, permanently. The Abington tortoise in a Galapagos island become extinct with the decade after goat were introduced on the island, apparently due to the greater browsing efficiency of the goats. So it is also another example. This is also another example. Very, very important matter. This one is also already we discussed. One is called as what is that? A protista. Another one is called as Abington tortoise in Galapagos Island become extinct. Already we studied in the Galapagos Island. Where do you know? So one of the moth, okay, pepper moth. Already we studied in the where one of the laws is also there. That is called as what is that? Melanin. Which melanin? Already we studied that things also. Okay, my dear. Just recall all those points. Okay. Okay. Similarly, Thomas Park used Tribolium cassatanum. Tribolium cassatanum. And also confusum. Two closely related floor beetles competing in the laboratory environment of the jar of floor. These results display competitive exclusion. Likewise, another example is also given, my dear. Another example is also given. Okay. Here what happened? The food is used as a, which one you know? Floor. Okay. Floor. Okay, my dear. So this is also another importance. Okay. But evidence for the such competitive exclusion occurring in the nature is not always conclusive. This may be true if resources are limiting. This is very, very important. Which one is very less food, water, light, or whatever it may, but not otherwise. Species facing competition might evolve mechanism that promote the coexistence rather than exclusion. One such mechanism is resource partitioning. So this is also a important point, my dear. This is also very, very important. Okay, this part. Okay, my dear. So this is also comes under the headings commensalisms. What is the next one? Resource partitioning and also coexistence. The two species can coexist if the resource for which they are competing is sufficiently large that there is enough for both. Suppose, take an example. Resource partitioning and coexistence. There is a two species there. Take an example. Any one of the players. Take an example. Two species is there. Okay, which they are competing on is sufficiently large, sufficiently enough food material is there. What happened? No, that condition is called as resource partitioning and coexistence. Normally, the niches do not totally overlap, and there is a refuge the each extreme. Thus, those members of each species population that they exploit these refuges. Suppose take an example A as well as the B. Here the grasses is very large amount. Okay. So what happened? Automatically D, rabbit, the herbivorous is also, the number also increases. So when the number is increases, automatically what happened? It will be prey for the predator of lion, tiger. Okay. So here also the number increases. Here also the number is also increases. Both are having the large enough food or resources. So both the cases it will be increasing. It's not depends upon there which one you know. Natural factors. Okay. Normally the niches do not totally overlap, and there is a refuge at the each extreme. Thus, those members of the each species population that exploit these refuges. Example, extra small grasses seeds and very large grasses seeds. These are the two things have been given. One is called as extra small grasses seeds, and very large grasses also are more likely to survive, and gradually the resources will become partition between the two species. This is called as resource partitions. Okay, my dear. So this is the important point. Are you hear my voice, my dear? Okay. So go to the next one is if two species compete for the same resources, they could avoid the competition by choosing, for instance, different times for feeding or different foraging patterns. What is the meaning of the new? Suppose take an example. Okay. There is an animal is there. Already we discussed, same process also take an example. One side there is a tiger. Another side was what is that? Lion is there. Okay. Okay. It is lived together in a particular places. Okay. It's lived together in a particular places. Okay. For example. Okay. See here. So there is a place is there. This is considered a forest. Okay. This is a considered a forest. Okay. Forest. Inside what happened, just imagine there is so many deer. Okay. Deer is the number is 5,000 or whatever it may be. Number is there. Same side, what's in this side, what happened? There is a lion is also there. This side, lion is also one of the lion. And this side, tiger is there. Okay. Tiger. So the sources are the sources is deer only, isn't it? Natural resources also food. It acts as a food. Okay, deer is there. Here, what happened now? The lion is always hunting time. How it will be, in the daytime. Okay, this one is a night time. Okay, so that is a reason. So it can fight. It can hunt during the daytime. This one is hunt for night time. So there is no any. What is that? Competition between these two each other. Okay, because it's contain numerous, so they can fund. The time is also different. The hunting time is also different. Otherwise, what happened now? It will be exist. Okay, media. So this is the another point. See this one. See, if two species compete for the same resources, they could avoid competition by choosing for instant different times for feeding or different foraging pattern. If our species or birds, this is may manifest itself in differences in peak morphology. For example, finches in the Galapagos Island. Already we studied finches. For the one is called as herbivorous, another one is called as, what is that? Carnivorous. Already we discussed this part also. MacArthur, don't forget, my dear students, one of the scientists also, MacArthur, showed that 5 closely related species of the warblers. So they have chosen one of the animal is called as, what is a warbler. MacArthur, warbler, living on the same tree. Single tree contains 5 species. Were able to avoid competition and coexist due to the behavioral differences. For example, taken examples in their foraging activities. How it will be like this. See here, just imagine. Okay, here you just note it down. This is also very, very important, my dear. Here, one tree is imagined. One tree is imagined. One tree is there. Okay. The tree is also having the, okay, like this. Okay, imagine. Okay, there are so many branches also there. Already you can calculate it like this. Okay, right. Here, starting from this part. Okay, the lower part of the stem, what happened? There is a small hole is there. Okay, small hole is there in this part. Inside, what happened? There is a snake. Okay, here there is a snake is there. Okay. Second, there is a lizard. Like a lizard is also, this is called as a lizard. Okay, lizard, this part. And then third one, in this part, what there is a small animals, woodpecker, small bats also living in this category, nest. Okay. The last one, third one here also is medium size bat, medium. Okay, size bats also living in the nest. But in the top, about the eagle. Okay, top eagle. But what happened in this part? What happened? Each one it has a specific what is that food habit and foraging habit. Because snakes, they only hunting the rat and snake. Okay, snakes and rat hunting as a prey. Here, what happened? There is a small insect. Where is it? Here. The bats also. But each one it will not disturb this one. It will not disturb this one. Is like this. Each one, it is not disturb itself. Isn't it, my dears? These are the, what is the example? These are the example. Okay, my dear. See, the MacArthur showed that the 5 closely related species of the warbler living on the same tree were able to avoid competition and coexist due to the behavioral differences. Each one it has a different behaviors. So they cannot disturb themselves in their foraging activities. That is very, very important, my dear. This was observed by the name of the scientist called as MacArthur. Okay. See, competitive release. Another important heading is also competitive release. A species whose distribution is restricted to small geographical area because of the presence of the competitively superior species is found to expand its distributional range dramatically when the competition is species is experimentally removed. Which one is a higher superior quality? What happened? Others are, see here, found to expand its distributional range dramatically when the competing species is experimentally removed. Suppose bear is there, okay, so many animals, also small animals, is living together. The bear is dominant, means what happened? Other animals automatically escape from that particular area. That is competitive release. We will not fight each other. They will not fight to the bear. They can move on to the another place for hunting process or food or shelter, whatever it may be. Okay. Suppose if it is same species also, 2 bears is also, 2 tiger is also, 2 lion is also there living together. It will not. Okay. They can move on to the another category. And then very, very important subheading is known as parasitism. Already we studied so many times, my dear students. Parasitism. What is the meaning of parasitism? Living on the coast, along with the coast, isn't it? In the interactions called parasitism, the species smaller in size live in or on the large species coast from which is obtained food. Take an example, human being is a coast. And tapeworm as well as ascarigus lumbricoids, otherwise called as a, what is that? Roundworm. It is a parasite. Okay, my dear. So that is the example. Here, sometimes they told according to their parasitism, they may be divided into 2 types. Total parasite, partial parasite, like that they. Okay. Total parasite means what is it? Completely depends upon their animals. Such type of organisms, total parasite. Partially means for their food or some other things, they may be like that. See that? Many parasites have evolved to be coast specific. They can parasite only a single species of the coast. In such a way that both coast and the parasite tend to co-evolve. Okay. In accordance with their lifestyle, parasite evolved special adaptations such as the loss of unnecessary sense organs, presence of adhesive organ or sucker or clink on the coast, loss of digestive system and high reproductive capacity. What is that? Take an example. I will show you one example. Already we studied that things also. Okay, the small intestine. Okay, large intestines. Which one is the adhere on the surface of the large intestines? Already we know about it. Which one? One of the parasite. Which parasite? So this is considered a, okay, small intestine. Okay, just imagine. Okay, small intestine as well as the large intestine is also. This one is also about large intestine, isn't it? Large intestine. Okay, large intestine. So here already about the small intestine also followed. Okay. So what I'm telling in one of the parasite already we studied. Which one? One of the parasite is called as what is tapeworm. Okay, tapeworm, isn't it? Tapeworm. Tapeworm, how it will be? About there is a head is there. The head is also containing. There are so many. What is that? See here. This is the head part. Okay, there is a part is there. This is called as what is that? Sucker. Okay. Okay, this one is also. There are so many hooks also present in it. Okay, there are so many hooks also present in it. Already you know about it. This one is called as what is that? Tapeworm. Okay, my dear. The tapeworm. The tapeworm, what happened? Present in the wall of the, which one wall of the small intestine or large intestine. Take an example. I give you another things. This one. And also one more is that ascarigus lumbricoids. This one is a male. This one is called as female. Ascarigus lumbricoids is also one of the roundworm. It's also present in your intestine. Okay, the small one. So take an example. This one is considered a male. Okay, this one is considered a male. It has a anal style. Okay. Okay, see here. This one is considered a anal style. Female is very big compared to the male. Okay. Okay, this is a male. This one is called as female. Okay, made. These two, what is that? Parasite also present in the intestine. Okay, this is the things. See here, my dear. See here. See this one. So in accordance with their lifestyle, parasites evolve the special adaptations such as the loss of unnecessary sense organ, presence of adhesive organ suckers. That's why I told you, sucker means what is it? The tapeworm, it contains the suckers. It absorbs the food material from the coast to clinking on the coast. Loss of digestive system and high reproduction capacity, it will be very high because they are getting the food from the coast. Okay, so they are getting the food from the coast. So as a result, what happened? The reproductive ability, it will be very high in nature. So the single what is that, tapeworm or a single roundworm, they can produce numerous what is that, worms. Okay, so that is very, very important, my dear students. Okay, go to the next one. The parasite or ectoparasite. Ectoparasite, it adhere on the surface outside, such as leaves, lice, ticks, mites, feed on the body fluid of the coast. Don't forget, my dear students, this is very, very important. This is also a very, very important. See here. So this part. Okay, so this part. Sorry. Okay, this part is very, very important. Some of the parasite, ectoparasite. Okay, these are the ectoparasite. The most familiar examples of this group are the leaves. Okay, on the human and ticks and dogs. Already we studied these things. Okay, many marine fishes are infested with the ectoparasite copepods. Okay, it's a very important. And another plant example has given. One is called as, what is that? Cuscuta, already we discussed it. Teoder, Loranthus, Viscum, and also Rafflesia, or the parasitic plant which live on the flowering plants. Cuscuta, a parasite plant, has lost its chlorophyll and leaves in the course of evolution. Okay, Cuscuta, Viscum. Okay, so when you are going to study in this part, you must study the total parasite, okay, and then partial parasite. So two things is you must note it down. Okay, total parasite, partial parasite, and also yes, these two things you must note it down. Here they have told which one, Cuscuta is one of the parasite plant, has lost its chlorophyll and leaves in the course of evolution. So these are the, what is that, parasite present in the plant as well as animals, even in human beings. So, okay, media. In contrast, the life cycles of the end of the parasites are more complex because of the extreme specialization. Their morphological and anatomical features are greatly simplified while emphasizing their reproductive potential. Brood parasitism in bad. It is also, these are the normal category. And also another one is a broody parasitism. It is very, very important, my students. So many times they were asked the question, NEET point of view. Already you know about quail. In Tamil, in quail, cuckoo. The parasitic bird lays its egg in the nest of its coast. Okay, here what they told, So two birds, crow, take an example, crow, plus, what is that? Quail. Okay. So otherwise called as nightingale. Okay. What happened? The nightingale laying the egg on, which one, the crow nest. Okay. Crow nest. Once what happened, after the incubation period, what happened? Automatically young one catch out. So during the young one, what happened? He found out, which one, the crow found out, which one, So the nightingale egg is also there. It is not our offspring like that. Okay. So that condition is called as brood parasitism. See that the parasite bird lays its egg in the nest of its coast and lets the coast incubate them. Okay, my dear. So that is the important point. So many parasites have a complex lifestyle involving multiple coasts. The blood fluke, which currently infected approximately 200 million people around the world. Blood fluke. Okay. So require two coasts of different times in its development, human and freshwater snails. And some parasites change the behavior of their coast in the area that increase the probability of the parasite being transferred from one coast to another one. This is also another one. Sometimes what happens, no, the female, when it bind with the male also converted into female. Likewise is that. Okay. Blood fluke is also very, very important examples of parasites. Okay, my dear. And the last one is called as what is a parasite can significantly affect the survival, reproduction, and density of the coast population there directly or indirectly. Okay. Effect on it. What effect? What is that? It will not produce, it will not give. Suppose you are getting food, that food completely utilized by the animals, what happen, you know? For example, ticks that lives as the ectoparasite on moose weaken their coast by the withdrawing blood and causing hair breakage and loss. In their weakened conditions, the moose have a greater chance of dying from cold stress and predation by wolves. So these are the example, my dear. Okay. So that's all about this part, my dear. The third part is finished. We'll see the remaining things on the next classes, my dear. Thank you. Take care. Bye. Good night. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.